Hello there ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another PvP commentary brought to you by GW2 Online. Today we're checking out a thief build that works by setting up a huge number of skills that deal a massive crit on the backstab. It's really effective at spiking down individual targets and makes a great roaming build as you can travel around the map very quickly using the short bow in the offhand weapon set. And we're coming up now on the graveyard, which is the central point on the map. You're seeing the red team making a good split. There's 5 players at the moment. They've got 3 heading towards the waterfall, 2 heading towards the graveyard, and 1 player going towards the waterfall is now going to flank across to support the graveyard if we need it. It doesn't look like we are really going to need it as we're spiking down this Mesmer fairly effectively. That Greatsword Warrior's got some serious damage to be able to dish out. Illusion finished off there. That was using the number 3 skill there. That Mesmer was on his sword. But he's getting spiked down pretty hard and chased down there for Heartseeker to deal 4.8k for the final blow, putting them into the down state. The Mesmer in the down state is able to dodge around like that as we just saw and create clones of itself to make it a little bit hard to finish off. But if you look out for that little marker above its head, that means you can tell which one is the real Mesmer. So as I said before, this is the short bow in our secondary weapon set. They mainly got it for the number 5 ability, which you can see us using here to get up on that ledge. Missed shot at the beginning, but yeah, the second shot was pretty much bang on perfect. We're also running the Assassin Signet in our utility skills. The idea of that is to combine that into the backstab combo to deal 150% extra damage on the backstab. A really powerful spike there coming in from that Mesmer, finishing off that range of finishing off the range of very quickly. Very effective play there from that Mesmer. Didn't even need our help at all. So we've got a 1v1 now against this Elementalist. The Ranger is behind us, they're going to come and support us as we close in on them. We managed to avoid his meteor shower damage there fairly effectively. He misforms. We got most of our spike off, but we didn't get the Assassin Signet in there. If we got that Assassin Signet triggered before the backstab, we would have probably killed him on that 2 shots, which is the power of this build is really deadly. So we've flanked across back towards the middle now. The graveyard has been capped by the blue team, but we've got no support there at all, and we can't really risk engaging too much on the central point, because if they pull too many players back towards it, we'll get ganked too hard and go down very quickly. Though to be honest, we're wasting time here still at the moment. This is all wasted time. We're not getting any DPS out, so we should be moving around the map and heading over towards the waterfall to support over there, or something like that. The Elementalist has come back out. He was going to head towards the quarry by the look of it, but we're going to get a chance now to engage against him. Static field around us. We're not running into it though, avoiding getting dazed. He's got a null field being laid down by that Mesmer, who's now supporting us as we engage on this Elementalist and burst them down over a few Heartseekers of 4.5k there for the final blow. Very powerful skill, that Heartseeker. It's incredibly gimmicky, but if it works, it works. I mean, until they nerf it even more, it's going to keep being used by thieves, and if it works, you might as well run with it. So we're using hiding shadows there to get around behind the thief and getting in the backstab there. That time was combined with the Assassin Signet, so good play there. He has pop quickness though as he runs back into his base. That was wasting his quickness skill there though. Really should have held back on that. It doesn't give you any speed boost, only in your attack speed boost, so that's really wasting his own skill there. A few players here from the blue team as we come into this gate, and we're going to get spiked down really hard. We're getting hit by a Guardian there and pulling out in good time. That was a good move because the Guardian does have that pull ability on that Greatsword 5, which would have caused us some problems. We're entering the down state here as we're engaging against this warrior who's going to get finished off luckily, and we're going to get back up on our feet nice and quickly. 2 players by the look of it over in the central point, and we're getting in there before they manage to fully cap it, so good timing there. We want to stay on point though because they are very close to capping it. If we step out, if all the blue players do step out the area, we will lose it to them and they will capture the point. You've also got to watch out playing a thief as well, because if you're in stealth on the point, you're actually not capping it at all either, so you do have to be extra careful. Our Mesmer there is getting spiked down pretty hard. Sorry, their enemy Mesmer there is getting spiked down pretty hard, so we engage on a second Mesmer who's using some sort of stealth ability there to get some distance. We've also got a Necromancer in there for the blue team as well. Hiding shadows once again, coming with a backstab there on that Ranger and focusing them with a couple Heartseeker blows, get them down to low HP. Again, they're popping quickness, so we're going to have to try and focus them to keep them busy. There we go, pushing them back, not allowing them to get that quickness damage off and getting them down into the down state. So good play there to keep that pressure on them once they pop quickness. If you let them get that damage out, the short bow thief can really dish out some serious damage. Once again, hiding shadows there, trying to get around behind the target. The AoE to knock us back, so good play. A Mesmer has gone down for the blue team. We're going to try and get a finishing blow in on them there, but they are managing to stealth and get away from us. This is a big encounter going now, both teams fighting on the central point. The red team with 1 point capped at the moment, so they are getting some scoring from that. We are in the down state. Looks like we're going to get a rally as our teammate defeats that player. Another player going down from there for the blue team. All the players getting dropped now for the blue team. The red team have bought that critical mass and they've just taken that point. Very good play there. An Elementalist is trying to come in on point as well. He's going to lose his own life though, so he's not going to gain anything from coming in there. And we do a 6.2k crit there at the backstab, doing some really solid damage. Short bow 5 there as well to just get out of the fight. We hung around at the fight for quite a long time, really. This build is generally just designed to get in, spike someone down and get back out. But we sort of played a little bit of a risky game there, staying on point a little bit too long. Coming over here to support this Ranger against this Mesmer over here. The Mesmer's already gone down. That Ranger doing a great job there of holding down this point by himself. Again, we're looking out for that target over the Mesmer's head, which shows us which is the real Mesmer and which is the clone. Definitely a good idea to keep an eye out for that at all times when you're trying to finish off a Mesmer. Again, short by 5, just that amazing mobility that ability provides you to get around the map nice and quickly. So we've got a a Guardian there with a hammer, which is a very CC based warrior, and we're staying inside the field there and doing some pretty solid damage with that backstab, managing to finish him off. So good play there from the red team to put him into downstate. You notice when he laid down that ring of warding, that will actually knock us back, knock us down if we try to run out of the area. So it was a good play to try and keep our feet inside of that area and not get tripped up. Mesmer coming back on point now. We're opening up with a short bow, which is not really the best way to do this, so probably we're better to let him get on point and then come in behind him rather than opening up the engagement like that. It's definitely put us in a risky position, as unless we can get that combo off very quickly, we're going to be in a bad state of affairs. Getting a 7.4k crit there, however, from our backstab. Again, failing to get the Assassin Signet in though, which is definitely a big fault in this play at the moment. They're missing that Assassin Signet on the combo. It's really costing this player a lot of his damage output is really getting nerfed by that. So again, we've got a Guardian back in now and a Mesmer up here, spiking down that Mesmer very quickly and falling back out of the fight. We're going to go into the down state, but he's in low HP. Hopefully we can finish him off before we get taken out. We've got 2 of our thieves up as well, popped our elite skill off there. Been underused really throughout this match. It probably would have been a good idea earlier to use that thief skill in that massive fight, but then we wouldn't have had it now, and that did allow us to get back up on our feet. Again, we're focusing down that Guardian and bringing them into the down state. Trying to go for the stealth finisher, you notice this quite a lot as well. And again, we're now applying pressure once again to that Ranger as soon as they've got that quickness boon up. You've got to look out for that, because they can apply some seriously high number of bleed stacks if they get run behind a player and get the spike off. It can really dish out some strong damage. I was saying before, we were trying to get some stealth finishes off, which is very good play indeed, but a lot of these knockbacks from the Guardian and stuff like that affect you even if you are stealthed. Again, we're coming for finishing off that Ranger now, trying to get some basically a good spike off to bring him into the down state. It's what this build is really designed to do, for just chasing down players like that and just finishing off individuals when they're out on their own. We've got the stolen ability now of the Ranger, which is great condition removal and also provides some regeneration, which is quite nice. It also creates a water field, which is quite a nice boon as well, because if you can lay any AoEs down there, like blast AoEs such as the short bow number 2, you can create some good healing for your team. We used it there to gain ourselves some regeneration and a 7k finishing blow there on that Mesmer. Again, even without the Assassin Signet, that's just showing how much power this build really has. With that Assassin Signet, that would have been another 50%, 100% damage that would have actually dealt out, which is much, much higher. We're really failing to get that into our combinations. It's missing out in the rotation, which is costing us pretty badly. Rangers coming back into the fray once again, and we're going to chase them off around the edge and try to engage them against one again, 1v1. We've got hit there by his elite skill, which has bound us, but we're following that up with the shallow step ability. Should really be switching into our short bow now to get the final blow, and then we go into the short bow and to finish him off. It would have been better to switch to that a little bit earlier, as we could have used that to get out of the immobilization as well by using the number 5 to jump around. Healing up there and popping stealth as well, which gave us in a good position to engage against this elementalist. We should follow up with number 5. We got interrupted and knocked back. There we go, with the number 5 coming in, trying to get the backstab off. He's got a static filled up, but we're using our number 2 there, the Heartseeker ability to jump around it, so we are avoiding getting dazed by it there. We're going to get spiked down now hard, though. We do manage to finish off that elementalist, but we're going to get brought down before we can actually get the final blow in on him. So good play from the blue team, backing up and supporting their team there. We're dishing out a reasonable amount of damage, but it's not going to actually do anything. The downstate of the thief is quite powerful, because you can dictate when you're going to die, but generally there, the red teams have already won this match. We've got 18 kills in that game, so you can see really the devastation this build does bring to a match. Like I said before, we're going to be checking out this build in a strategy analysis video either this coming Monday or next Monday, so keep an eye out for that, and we're going to get a lot more in depth with it and discuss how you can copy the build if you're interested. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you've got any PvP matches you'd like commentated or analysed, get in contact with me, and it needs to be on YouTube and it needs to be in 1080p, and that's pretty much it, so thank you very much.